Watching events develop in Iran, I get this sense of deja vu. I was in Burma, Myanmar, 2.5 years ago when the military cracked down hard on the demonstrators who were demonstrating in favor of Aung San Suu Kyi, or in favor of democracy. I was one of the few foreigners who just happened to be there at the time. And it fascinated me, and it left me conflicted. Here was a country that I had fallen madly in love with. I would still say Burma is very much the apple of my eye in terms of all the places I visit, and I visit a lot of them. Here's this country that is being horribly raped, shall we say, by its own government, and I see this country that I love so much being subjected to this. And the words of Tolstoy, of course, go through my mind at a time like this. What, then, must we do? I get the same feeling when I see events unfold as they do in Iran. What am I supposed to do, or what can I do, or what should I do as a moral human being? I like to think that I'm above politics. I don't believe that I'm a leftist or a right-winger or whatever. I don't really have strong opinions in that regard, nor do I think that any government, really, one government is any better or worse than any other. But when you see something like what is taking place in Iran, you at least have the impression that one should at least form an opinion. One should at least try to make sense in one's own mind of what's going on. The opening chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, the closest thing the Hindus have to a Bible, shows the everyman, Prince Arjuna, about to go into battle against his own relatives. He knows that terrible things will happen. Women will be raped. People will be killed. There will be horrific suffering, and he simply can't deal with it. He says, I don't want to have anything to do with this. I don't care that I'm a prince or that I'm a great warrior. I just don't want to be involved in this. Now, of course, in the Hindu universe, things are never as they seem. His charioteer is Krishna, the dark-skinned, low-caste charioteer who is actually God come down to earth to explain reality to Prince Arjuna. And throughout the entire Gita, the entire Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, the world is the way it is. Things are happening because they will happen. The best thing that you can possibly do is cope with it all. I understand how hopeless it all looks sometimes, how despondent one can be when things happen that you don't like, or even when your hopes are raised and you think that, oh, I've got to act fast in order to make sure that the good is the result of this. But the best thing to do is to do what you can, but in here perhaps, stay aloof from it all. It's an interesting lesson. It's one that I don't necessarily subscribe to, but it's one way of looking at the multiplicity of this world that we live in, the number of things that keep popping up, keep happening, that we have to somehow take note of or deal with one way or another, if for no other reason than to maintain our ability to see ourselves as moral. Thank you.